Friday Night Baseball from the Twin Cities, Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series. Patrick Dye will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, EK?
He threw a real gem in his last game. Complete game shutout. He'll look to repeat that kind of performance here.
We'll jump ahead now to the bottom of inning number 1. Number 32 gets the ball for the Tigers in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, he's got a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio, 3-to-1. We'll see if that holds true in this one.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. Around second, he'll try for third. And he is in there.
Oh, and a great way to start the home half of the first. Leadoff triple puts pressure on this pitcher right from the start tonight.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Eric, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they come in trying to bounce back from a loss last time out, but they've been in good form lately, 5-2 over their last 7.
Yeah, and that last loss brought them back to the 500 mark on the year, so obviously they'd like to get back into that positive numbers with a win here.
2-0 count, and the pitch. 3-0 now.
Now that he's worked it to 3-0, he's got a couple of free pitches here to pick out one he really likes.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow by guys when you need to.
And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full. And he's able to lay off there for ball 4. And that'll put runners at the corners now with still nobody out.
Batting third baseman
Aldo Benitez will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
First pitch on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Patty Johnson back there. Good umpire. I know some pitchers have felt the squeeze at times on the corners, but I still think he does a good job of rewarding guys for making good pitches.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Drilled down the line, and he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's 1-1.
batting fourth.
Hector Mota steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Squared that one up just a little late. We'll move forward now to the bottom of inning number 2. Ricky Keene will get a second crack at it here. Remember, he tripled to start out the home first. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Chop foul right at home plate. We'll pick this one up in the bottom of inning number 4.
Now
Settling in now,
second
Ricky
baseman.
Keene. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. Tapped out in front of home. Gonna be a tough play. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. Jose Iglesias will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
We'll move ahead in this one and pick up the action in the bottom of inning number 9.
The batter, number 2.
Ricky Keene comes forward to hit with the winning run at first.
Well, this is all about execution here, Matty. At the very least, he's got to find a way to move him into scoring position.
Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
That is not good.
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. In the AL Central, the Twins went deep 4 times as they defeated the visiting Tigers 5-3. Heading into today, the Twins are leading the American League Central Division. They have a 3-game cushion. The Tigers are 4th in the division, 5 games back. The New York Yankees allowed 5 hits in the game as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 3-2. As of today, the Indians are in 3rd place in the AL Central, 4.5 games back. The Yankees are in 2nd place in the AL East. They trail first by 4 games. The Royals put together 10 hits total as they beat the visiting Rays 5-4. At the moment, the Royals sit in last place in the American League Central Division, 9.5 games behind first. The Rays are in 4th place in the AL East, 9 games back. The Orioles left fielder, number 41, had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate, leading the Orioles to the victory over the White Sox 9-4. Right now, the Orioles sit in last place in the American League East Division, 12.5 games back. The White Sox sit in 2nd place in the AL Central Division, 3 games back. The Angels pitched well, allowing 3 hits as they beat the visiting Red Sox 2-1. Looking at the standings, the Angels sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division, 3 games back. The Red Sox are leading the AL East, 4 games up. The Rangers combined for 10 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Mariners 5-2. Heading into today, the Rangers are leading the AL West. They own a 2.5 game advantage. The Mariners are at the bottom of the division, 12 games behind first place. Mike Bolsinger earned the victory while striking out 11, helping Toronto beat Houston 3-2. At the moment, the Astros are in 2nd place in the AL West, 2.5 games out of first. The Blue Jays are in 3rd place in the AL East. They're 7.5 games out of first. Marco Saucedo got the W while striking out 16 as the Marlins took care of Atlanta 4-0. Right now, the Braves sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division, 2.5 games out of first. The Marlins are at the bottom of the division. They're 7 games back. The Reds grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took down the Nationals in Washington 7-2. Looking at the standings, the Nationals are in 2nd place in the NL East, only a game and a half back. The Reds sit in 1st place in the National League Central Division. They have a 4.5 game cushion. The Phillies knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took care of the Mets. Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting in the American League Central, the Minnesota Twins got 11 overall hits as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd, 11-8. The Cleveland Indians launched 3 home runs as they got the best of the visiting Mets, 8-3. The Kansas City Royals pitched well, allowing 3 hits as they defeated the visiting Tigers 2-0. The Boston Red Sox sent 3 balls into the seats as they beat the visiting Rays 6-3. The Atlanta Braves had 12 hits as a team as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 5-1. The Diamondbacks totaled 13 over the Orioles 6-5.
Detroit Rock City and Comerica Park on a Thursday night edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the Minnesota Twins and the Detroit Tigers. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Rick Ward will be on the mound for the series opener. What's your take on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he's had a number of starts. Finally won his first game in his last outing. He'll be looking to add to that total here.
Ricky Keene heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Second baseman, number 2.
First of 4 here to start the weekend as the game's first pitch is taken, and it's strike 1. Eric, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, and that last loss dropped them back to the 500 mark on the year. So, obviously, they'd like to get back into that positive numbers with a win here.
First pitch, 7-0.
Here's the 0-1. Right side, hit hard. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning.
And you know, any way you can get on base, you just take it. Here he just puts the ball in play. Doesn't hit it all that hard, but he's able to leg it out at first base, and he's on to start this ball game.
Charlie Blackmon will stand in now, and as you can easily tell from the splits, he's really struggled away from home. Pitch outside, the throw. Not in time as he steals second.
And this is all about a table setter at the top of the lineup doing his job perfectly. Gets on base to start the ball game. Now he's into second on the stolen base, and they're off to a fast start here early on.
1-0 count. Here it is. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0. Now after the stolen base, any thought of a bunt here to get him to third?
This early, I don't really see the need. I mean, then you're saying we just want to play for one.
Yeah, I think later.
And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. 8th home run on the season for him as the Twins have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, when you start relying on one pitch out there and you become a one-pitch pitcher, there's no doubt in the hitter's mind what's coming. He's sitting on this one all the way, and he launches it right over the wall.
Standing in now, Aldo Benitez, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He comes in 1 tick shy of 300 at 299. 8 home runs and 30 RBIs. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. He just doesn't seem to have as good command out there in the first inning.
You're right about that. He has not looked comfortable at all so far, and sometimes you see that when you're pitching on the road, but rarely when you're in your own home ballpark.
And he's going to make it. He gets into second base with a hustle double.
Well, you can say one thing for sure. They are swinging it like they mean it. That's 3 hits already in the first inning, and this one goes for 2 bases. They're having no trouble at all seeing this guy so far.
Hector Mota will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. First offering on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Moving under it, McCardell. 1 down. With that, a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the visiting Twins. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Yeah, you know, I'm going to be watching Yasmani Grandal pretty closely. He had 3 hits and 3 RBIs in the last game. Look for him to continue being aggressive on pitches in the zone as he tries to carry over some of that success.
We'll jump forward in this one to the top of inning number 2.
The batter.
Settling in now, Charlie Blackmon. And he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Perhaps wisely, another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Upton going back. Still going back. Gone! So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, his second of the game, and the Twins have extended their lead to 5-0.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game, and it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one, so he's definitely locked in.
Stepping in now, Aldo Benitez. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
So a ringing single here to center field makes it 2 hits for him on the night. And that total is currently tops on the ball club through the first couple of months of the season.
Yeah, and when a guy can post numbers like that, his teammates just expect him to produce game after game. He's a hitting machine for them.
We'll move ahead now to the top of inning number 4. Stepping in, Ricky Keene. He singled his last time up.
Ricky Keene.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
As a hitter here, you've got to make him get the ball up. You don't go swinging at pitches that are down in the zone and more likely to turn into double play balls.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Jorge Soler will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. 1 run scores. And not in time as the second run scores. Yasmani Grandal will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Due to time constraints, we'll pick this one up in the top of inning number 6.
Leading off for Minnesota,
Ricky Keene will stand in now to lead things off in the Minnesota 6th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
And that's in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Charlie Blackmon will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. Some action now in the Tigers bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. Time to jump ahead to the bottom of inning number 8 now. Miguel Cabrera will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9. Jorge Soler comes forward now. A home run in his last at-bat from the stretch. Shot to third, but this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. One gone. Yasmani Grandal digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike one.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Yeah, he hasn't made too many mistakes on the mound so far, but hitting a guy here with 2 strikes is definitely not something he was trying to do.
Tony Palacios will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and one gone in the inning. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. That's wide, 2-0.
And his command is starting to desert him a little bit here. You hate to hit a guy and then follow that up by falling behind the next hitter, but that's what we're seeing.
Hit hard to short. Iglesias is up with it. Throw gets him, 2 down. Striding into the box, Arturo Valido. He's 1 for 4 for the game. He's set. Here it comes. Lays off 1-0.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Hit to first. Glove by Cabrera, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Twins wind up. Tony Palacios will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Daniel Munoz will stand in now to begin their half of the ninth in a game that was decided long ago.
Yep, this is mop-up time out there right now. But hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
John Nicholas will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Daniel Munoz will lead things off here in the ninth in what's been a truly forgettable ball game for this home nine, and not a very inspiring performance either.
And I guess the kicker for me is the way that these guys are responding. It's one thing to go out and get clobbered. It happens, but when you get guys going through the motions, not running out ground balls, not backing up, that's where I take issue.
Blackman is under it. Makes the play, one away. Jose Iglesias stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he takes ball one. 2-0.
It seems like he's just dancing around him so far in this at-bat. No fastballs yet. He's behind 2-0. I know what I'm looking for if I'm here.
And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far.
Yeah, and plenty of hits here so far, but not a lot to show for it in the run column. Maybe this can help turn that around as they get a man on here with just one away.
Into the seats, 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Mota is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Jose Altuve will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Here's the first pitch to him. And a high strike there, 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. And that's cut on and missed, so now the Tigers find themselves down to their last strike. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Throw on to first here is going to do it, and the Twins have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Yeah, this one started out with some promise, but it winds up as a laugher as they cruise home with a 9-run victory.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he delivered more than once with runners in scoring position. Finished with 5 RBIs, and that was more than enough to lead his guys to victory.
Final line score for a ball
So
game
that'll
tonight.
just about do it. Friday Night Baseball on the show, and we come your way from the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan. Tonight, Game 2 of this. Daniel Norris is on the mound for Game 2. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, not a big strikeout pitcher here on the mound, so expect to see a lot of balls put in play, defense being very involved. Should be fun to watch.
Turned on down the line. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Oh, it's just so important for a visiting ball club to come out swinging in the first inning. You got to do what you can do to get on the board first. And he gives him a good shot at that right here as he kicks off the night with a leadoff double.
Charlie Blackmon will step in now. Currently 4th in the AL in RBIs, but with a chance to add to his total early on. We'll jump ahead now to the bottom of inning number 1. Justin Upton will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night. Due to time constraints, we'll pick this one up in the top of inning number 6.
Leading off for the Twins,
Jackie Ricks will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game. Time to jump ahead to the bottom of inning number 8 now. Leading off the inning, Nick Castellanos, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9.
leading off for Minnesota.
Kicking off the top of the 9th, Arturo Valido. And they'll need him to get something going here. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. A quick out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman
Jimmy Paredes will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Melanson looks in. Here's the pitch. Hit out towards second. Altuve has it. Throw on to first will get him, and the Twins are now down to their final out.
Now batting, the center fielder
Charlie Blackmon gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And the Tigers were paced offensively tonight by this man, Miguel Cabrera.
The first-year player draft is only a day away. Welcome to Inside the Show. In the AL Central.
Afternoon baseball now. Anacostia River and Nationals Park here in Washington. It's the first game in the month of June between the Minnesota Twins and the Washington Nationals. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next. Number 49 is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Nationals. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, he's got a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, so he's throwing the ball pretty well. We'll see how that translates into this one.
Ricky Keene heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today. We'll jump forward in this one to the top of inning number 2.
Batting 7.
Luther Whitfield will stand in now, coming off a perfect 4 for 4 a night ago.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
We'll look ahead now and pick this one back up in the top of inning number 8. Leading off the inning, Hector Mota, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Taylor has it in his tracks. He's got it one away.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Jorge Soler. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. In there, no balls and a strike.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Oh, and he goes down to get the curveball there and gets a lot of it. And he got more than enough of it, in fact. This one is gone, a home run. A solo shot here to left. 7 home runs for him on the year now, as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
Well, there are curveballs that have some pretty good bite to them, and then there's some hangers. And this, folks, well, this is a hanger. But you can see his eyes light up on that one. That's a mistake pitch if I've ever seen one.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Sano is underneath this one, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
Luther Whitfield strides in, grounded out his last time through. Hard hit ball to second. Jeanette has it. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit. And Scooter Jeanette digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9. Striding in to start the 9th, Arturo Valido, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
Well, that pitch has a lot of life up in the zone. It just takes off on him.
1-2.
Yeah, when that's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you gotta leave alone and make him bring something down.
Got him swinging in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Valido is retired, and there's one away.
Now batting, the pitcher, Neil Ramirez.
Tony Palacios will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. You're not giving up walks at this stage of the game.
Oh, look at Harrison. Oh, and he loses it on the exchange from glove to hand, and he won't have a play.
And when you're coming off the bench, the rule is get on base any way you can. And the last time I checked, an infield single meets those requirements. It's not pretty, but he'll take it.
Striding into the box, Ricky Keene. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had to get up for that one. Sometimes the leap is a little bit more showy, but not here. He was up there a good 2 or 3 feet to pull it in.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, as he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. Here's the 0-1. Soft liner to the left side. Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over.
Well, and you know, maybe the calendar change will do them some good as they begin a new month with a good victory.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our
TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. In the AL Central, the Indians combined to give up just It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. In the Welcome to Inside the Show. It's the wild day that is the trade deadline. Starting in the American League Central, the Minnesota Twins totaled 13 hits as a team as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 10-7. Mike Morin grabbed his fourth victory out of the pen as the Angels downed the White Sox 5-4. The Indians' first baseman, number 51, had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish as the Indians got the win over the Rangers 10-4. The Mariners amassed 14 hits in the game as they bested the Tigers in extra innings 4-3. The Toronto Blue Jays total 11 hits as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 6-1. The Yankees got together to allow 4 hits as they beat the visiting Red Sox 3-1. The O's snapped their 5-game losing streak as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 4-3. The Buccos went deep 4 times as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 4-3. Jackie Bradley Jr. added 3 RBIs to his total as the Diamondbacks disposed of the Nationals 8-3. He also extended his hitting streak to a modest 8 straight. The Mets totaled 11 hits as a team as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 6-4. The Milwaukee Brewers combined to allow only 4 hits as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 3-2. The A's second baseman, number 52, was clutch at the plate with 3 RBIs, leading Oakland past the Redbirds 6-3. The San Francisco Giants smacked 15 team hits as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 5-4. The Los Angeles Dodgers swung it well with 15 hits in this one as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 9-5. The Marlins hit 3 long balls as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 5-3. And that's the show. The trade deadline is only hours away, so don't forget to check in tomorrow for a full recap of the day's events. The trade deadline has come and gone. Here's a recap of what happened on and off. Hi there, everyone. One of the National League Division Series, the Nationals starting pitcher, number 44, finished the complete game in his win, leading Washington to a win against the Mets, 5-1. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. In Game 1 of the NL Division Series, the Dodgers' third baseman, number 25, reached base safely 4 times in this one, as the Dodgers defeated the Cubs 10-8. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all postseason long. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Inside the Show, your source for all postseason news. Here's a recap of yesterday's playoff baseball. The Twins grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington, 7-2. The Dodgers pounded out 17 hits in this one as they bested the visiting Nats, 14-7. They've now tied the series at 2 heading into Game 5. And that's what's going on around baseball here in October. Join us again tomorrow for up.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Steve, what's the key to them earning a World Series berth here in hostile territory?
Well, I think you need to take advantage of balls up in the zone, and you could probably say that almost every day, but this is a great hitter's park. You get something to drive, they end up in the seats here.
Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. Through the first 4 games, it's been quite a rough and tumble series, and this crowd is expecting more of the same here. It's Game 5 of the American League Championship Series between the Minnesota Twins and the Texas Rangers. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Jack, you know, I'm going to be watching Yasmani Grandal pretty closely. He's coming off a multi-home run game, and he'll try and build off that momentum. We'll see if they try to approach him any differently throughout this game.
We'll jump ahead and pick this one up in the top of inning number 3. Aldo Benitez is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no error. Number 31 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Time to move ahead to the top of inning number 7. Number 26 will stride to the plate. He's 0 for 2 thus far. And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9. Striding in to start the 9th, Jorge Soler, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
We'll move ahead in this one and pick up the action in the bottom of inning number 9. John Goodman will be the one to start things off, with his guys needing a ninth-inning rally here if this series is going to make it to a Game 6. Oh, what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
And how big was that run they just scored in the top of the ninth? Now, even a home run here won't tie this thing up.
And he'll take this to the bag himself. One gone here in the ninth.
Now batting,
Number 31 will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Benitez is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
now batting,
Number 30 will stand in, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. And he lays off there 1-0.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Called strike at the knees, 1-1. This is line to left, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
It looked like the cut fastball that time. As a left-handed pitcher, if you're going to throw that to a left-handed hitter, you want to either start it in on his hands and work its way to the inside corner, or you want to start it on the corner and let it work its way out of the zone. But here, this catches plate all the way, and he just drills it into left field.
And that is going to do it. The Minnesota Twins are your American League champions.
Well, this is really a great moment for these guys. They are the American League champions, and now they're going to get a shot to play for the ultimate prize, a chance at winning a World Series.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the AL Championship Series on MLB The Show.
final line score for our ball game tonight.
Hi there, everyone. Welcome to this special postseason edition of Inside the Show. Let's take a look at the latest from around Major League Baseball. In Game 6 of the National League Championship Series, the Dodgers starting pitcher, number 18, got the win throwing 8 innings, allowing 1 earned run, leading the Dodgers to victory over Washington, clinching the league pennant and the right to represent the National League in the World Series in just a couple of days. And that's what's going on around baseball here in October. Join us again tomorrow for updates from around the postseason.
It has been a long road to this point in the season, but we are officially down to 2. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the LA Dodgers and the Minnesota Twins. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and you can see how these two teams stack up. And it's hard to say exactly who you'd give the edge to right now. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if the pitchers were the guys that got the upper hand in this series.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on the show. And it's coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. The chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Yeah, well, you have to be excited to watch Brian Dozier play. I think he does a great job of taking what's given to him. Never tries to do too much. Knows how to extend that bat and get the pitch he's looking for.
We'll move forward now to the bottom of inning number 2. Settling in now, Jorge Soler. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off in that.
Time to move ahead to the top of inning number 7. And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9. So standing in, Jeff Ridgway. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle.
You know, that's the toughest one to get in a cycle, but you can bet that he's going to try to stretch any double into a triple if he gets any chance at all.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. 0-2 count, and the pitch. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Yeah, not a real good job of pitch recognition there. I mean, this ball was going to be in on his hands to begin with. I don't know quite what he saw that made him want to swing at that thing, but it just completely locked him up there.
George Erskine is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Off the plate and in, hits a ball and a strike.
And that pitch is just a little bit easier to lay off when you're up because you can see the sweep of that pitch coming all the way in.
Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. A sold-out crowd of just around 40,000 now on their feet in Minnesota. Grounded back up the middle. Throw on to first here is going to do it, and the Twins have started this World Series on the right foot. They're victorious here at home as this ball game is over.
Well, you know, it winds up taking 6 pitchers to get it done, but they do get the victory in the end, and so that's all that matters.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim 1-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game. And this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Maddie, I think you're absolutely